painless, of weakness, the son of strong, of power, of dignity, of freedom for Africa. You are the master of your continent.
Burkina Faso is trending. Burkina is trending. Hey, who knows say it go be like this? In this life, don't give up. Oh. Don't give up. Who will ever imagine that Burkina Faso will be a country everybody is talking about right now?
They don't want you to see this. Why are thousands flooding the streets of Burkina Faso? Why are people risking everything to defend their president? And why is the West so uncomfortable about it? Right now, in the heart of Burkina Faso, the capital is shaking with energy. Crowds are rising, waving flags, chanting, demanding their independence from foreign control. It's not chaos, it's unity. They're standing with it, supporting President Captain Ibrahim Traore, who's facing accusations from Western powers about hoarding resources. But his message is loud and clear. We are not slaves. Why now? Why is the West so concerned? And why are ordinary citizens, even ministers, joining the crowds? This is people saying, we're done being puppets. They want sovereignty. They want control over their resources. They're standing for something bigger than politics. They're standing for freedom.
There are a lot of people who doesn't know about Burkina Faso in the past. But with what is happening right now, they can hear it. Even if you're blind, even if you're deaf, if you just touch internet, you see Burkina Faso. Television, Burkina Faso. Everywhere, Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. Wow, this is getting more interesting.
Faso have gathered in support of the nation's leader. The footage are showing crowds of people gathering in the capital, waving Burkinabe flags. The country's president responded to Western allegations that his government was hoarding natural resources and essentially says he and his nation are not slaves. Early, we heard from a local reporter who was at this rally, highlighting that Ibrahim Traore has the people's support.
The population stood up, the population stand up to say we don't need interference of Western countries anymore in our country. We support our president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, to defend the country, to develop the country, and to take off the country of slavery. That's what most of protesters said this morning when we met them. And the government of Burkina Faso responded positively to this demonstration, and there is a delegation of ministers that are here. We have seen 3 ministers, the minister in charge of communication, the minister in charge of infrastructure, and the minister in charge of territorial administration. So they came to support this demonstration, to say that what you are doing to support us will also stand up to support you populations, because we are here for you.
Traore. This life, just action of one man have triggered the whole world, the entire continent to be talking about Burkina Faso. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Shame to all these Western countries who are fighting against Burkina Faso, because it is obvious. Everybody can see right now that the whole world is in support of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore, long live Burkina, long live, long live, long live. We are so touched by the massive protests all over the world,
President Traore is standing up. He is saying the natural resources in Burkina Faso, they belong to the people of Burkina Faso. Niger is doing the same thing. Mali is doing the same thing. Every leader must look at what's happening in the Sahel nations to say, like anybody else, you must take care of your people. You have your natural resources. You have everything you need to take care of your people. Why do you continue to be beggars? Look at what is being brought in by not only USAID, but all the NGOs in your country. It's
no way again for France. France, bye-bye. United States, bye-bye. There's no room for you people again, because now the mission is clear. Everything is clear. It's no longer hidden. So whatever you do now will capture you, champ. That's so interesting. I am also happy to come across this important letter. In fact, this great letter from this wonderful Ghanaian man to the President of America and also to France. All of them joined together. This message is so interesting, so touching. How I wish we continue to share this message until this message gets to the President of America. In fact, to all these Westerners, all these people that are fighting against Africa, this letter is for all of you. I've listened to it over and over and over again. This really worth sharing. So my people, listen to this important letter.
And this one is about Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. I hope this message finds its way to you. Mr. President, don't allow yourself to be used as an errand boy like they've done to your predecessors. You stood against the status quo, and that's what got you elected. It's important you keep to what has given you success and what you truly believe. Concerning the reports your army generals are feeding you with, Mr. President, you need to find out from we the African people through a non-biased route concerning what we the African people really think about the situation. If you ask any random African on the streets of America concerning their thoughts on the rulership of Captain Ibrahim Traore, I promise you, Mr. President, their response will be totally far away and different from what your generals have told you. The people you are depending on for information are military men who have done all sorts of heinous crimes around the world in the interest of American globalist and capitalist conglomerates in exchange for money and the promise of higher positions. You cannot indulge in that nonsense, Mr. President. You are better than that. When you won your elections last year in America, many Africans celebrated it, including myself, because of what you stood for, the things you spoke about during the campaign. It was nothing but common sense. It resonated around the world. You stand for America, and I respect you for that. Can you also allow us to stand for Africa and for our Captain Traore? Can you do that? And first of all, General Langley's labeling of Traore as a threat to his own people was a language spoken out of disrespect towards the people of Burkina Faso and a statement with a malicious intent, because Captain Traore is not a threat in any way, shape or form. Your general is rather the threat, and France is the threat. He didn't even want to be the leader. I'm talking about the captain after the coup in the first place. It was the Burkinabe people who made that decision. So if it is presidents that are a threat, what you are looking for, I can point you to many on our continent who have taken the presidential seat as a birthright and are not doing much to better the lives of their people. Focus on those ones and leave Traore alone. France's call on you for support is the last thing you should entertain, Mr. President, because President Macron is only doing this because he knows France has nothing without Africa. Their source of livelihood is tied up to the resources of Francophone Africa. He knows it, the world knows it. You cannot be a part of this, Mr. President. You've shut down US aid, which I applaud you for, seeing how diabolic that entity became, masquerading as helpers, but in actual fact, organizing all sorts of coups and being nation wreckers. See what they have done to Libya. Now the beautiful country of Libya is hell on earth. It's divided in two with two different ruling heads. Are you going to continue on that trajectory like your predecessors, or would you stand for truth and justice like you used to say when you said this?
George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East. You do whatever you want. You call it whatever you want. I want to tell you, they lied.
Okay.
They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
Are you still the Trump with that opinion that it is important for American army to go into Libya and surgically unalive Gaddafi, like you said here?
Gaddafi in Libya is killing thousands of people. Nobody knows how bad it is. And we're sitting around, we have soldiers all over the Middle East, and we're not bringing them in to stop this horrible carnage. And that's what it is. It's a carnage. You talk about all of the things that have happened in history. This could be one of the worst. Now, we should go in, we should stop this guy, which would be very easy and very quick. We could do it surgically, stop him from doing it, and save these lives.
Or are you the new version of Trump who is remorseful of the way the whole thing played out?
I made a lot of money with Gaddafi. If you remember, he came to the country and he had to make a deal with me because he needed a place to stay, and he paid me a fortune, never got to stay there, and it became sort of a big joke. But the fact is that Libya was a disaster from the standpoint of the way it was handled. It wasn't for what you have right now, and right now ISIS has their oil, John. ISIS is selling, and that's among the finest oil in the world. ISIS has taken over the Libyan oil. And we don't do blockades. We don't do anything. They're selling it. They're making a fortune with it. So we go out, we do Libya, we do it poorly as you can do it. You can't do worse. And then now, if you look at what's happened, I mean, the end result is ISIS is selling the oil, and it's a total mess.
Which one are you, Mr. President? Will you be remembered as the Trump who stood on the business of freedom and justice around the world, or the puppet Trump who created more chaos in the world in the pursuit of other countries' resources like your predecessors? Will you allow yourself to be manipulated by the American corporations into starting a new war in Burkina Faso too, Mr. President? Remember, President Obama visited Ghana with beautiful words of helping us build stronger institutions, only to end up removing Muammar Gaddafi from office not long after. Is that the tactic you are also trying to implement? I just want you to know with all seriousness, Mr. President, that the mineral reserves of Burkina Faso and every other country in Africa belongs to we the people of these countries and not America nor France. Moving forward, that's how we want it to be. Take care of your resources and we will do the same. In addition to that, Mr. President, be honest with us on this one. When you told the Canadian Prime Minister that you didn't need their timber or their lumber, and you didn't need their dairy and this and that and all that kind of stuff in the recent trade war with the world, did you actually mean it, or was it just the usual American sarcasm of saying one thing but actually meaning another?
We don't need trees from Canada. We don't need cars from Canada. We don't need energy from Canada. We don't need anything from Canada. So where we can be self-sustaining, which is in most things. Look, we have more oil and gas than anybody. Our forests are massive forests. We're just not allowed to use them because of the environmental lunatics that stopped us. So I'm going to be freeing that up very shortly so that we don't have to go to other countries to buy lumber.
Or could it be that you don't need those supplies from your fellow white nations, but will kill anything in your path to take from the vulnerable black nations? We want to know that. Where do you stand on this, Mr. President? I can tell you this for sure. This wind of change won't stop. I can promise you it's only going to spread across Africa eventually. The era when the limited media manipulated the narratives and served to us as truth is gone. If MAGA can mean make America great in America, then MAGA can also mean make Africa great in Africa. We love what we are seeing in the captain, and you, Mr. President, you have to learn to live with that. I hope this letter finds its way to you. Thank you to all those who shared this link to the people that really matter around the American president until he sees it. God bless Africa and the captain of the motherland.
Wow. This is amazing. Guys, let's keep sharing this letter. Let's keep sharing. In fact, this should be the most shared content on the internet right now. Keep sharing it. Thank you so much for watching. If it's your first time coming to our channel, do us a favor by subscribing to this channel. Press the notification bell so anytime I post video, you'll be the first to know. Keep winning, President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. We love you so much and we'll keep talking about you this very period. Thank you so much and God bless you. Bye.